Was Jesus born on the 25th of December? We don't know. I don't think so, but most likely not. But again, the question that, and it's not to say, Tay, that your question doesn't matter, but the question that is more important is, why did the church begin the celebration of the incarnation, the birth and incarnation of Jesus on the 25th of December? That is what matters. So, and again, when we go through the factual evidence, the sources in there, the early church was attempting to calculate when the birth of the Messiah was, because they believed that, according to their belief system now in the Eastern and Western Church, the date of the death of the Messiah would also correspond with the date of the conception of the Messiah. So they believed that if they knew the date that Jesus died, that based upon their belief system, that would also match the date of his conception. So they dated the date of his death to the Passover on March 25th. And so as a result of that being identified as the date of his death, according to their belief system, he was conceived on the same date, March 25th. 9 months later is December 25th. It doesn't matter whether it was right or not. Here's proof. Because Christmas is not a birthday celebration. The Jews did not celebrate birthdays. They did not celebrate birthdays. So the early church would have never been concerned with the date of Jesus's coming. They would have been concerned with the event of Jesus's coming. Let me soapbox for a second. Do we really think that this Jewish audience who was waiting on the Messiah, waiting on the Christ, that they actually cared about the day that he came? Absolutely not. Here's proof. When the wise men came from what we believe is Persia and traveled several hundred miles to come, don't look at what we see in the nativity scenes. Jesus was about 2 years old when he came. How do we know? They traveled hundreds of miles to come and be with the child, traveling several hundred miles following a star. Stars are only visible at night. So they're traveling hundreds of miles by camel or, and stuff like, or by horse by night when they can see the star. By the time they get to Bethlehem, Jesus is about 2 years old, because Herod, what does he say in his decree? I'm going to ask you to kill all of the babies that are 2 years and under. So they weren't concerned about the date. They were concerned about the fact that the Messiah has been born. So Christmas has never been a birthday celebration.